Coming up, I'm going to be talking about is Disney reviving Gravity Falls, and also they're working on a new Big City Greens spin-off. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi, it's Roger here from What's On at disneyplus.com. A quick Disney Plus news roundup. Let's start talking first off about Gravity Falls, because this was one of the most popular shows on the Disney Channel when it launched over 10 years ago, ran for 2 seasons before coming to a close. Now, this show was, again, extremely popular, not just on Disney Plus, but at the time, really big on the Disney Channel. Loads of people tuning in for it. But since the show ended, it's just continued to grow its audience. I think Disney Plus helps with this. I know that's how I got into it. It was actually after the release of some add-ons for Disney Infinity, even though I'd never heard of the thing, and really loved the show. And it's actually, just a side note, I once made a toy box within Disney Infinity, and it actually got placed in the top 5, and it was a Gravity Falls one, and you were running along, and one day I had a load of messages come through because PewDiePie was doing a video and he was playing my toy box. Just a little side note on Gravity Falls, but nevertheless, little claim to fame. But yeah, there's talk of it maybe coming back. Now, there's a new book coming out in July, which takes a look at the story from the main villain's point of view. During a recent interview with Meredith Roberts, who is the Chief Executive Vice President of Disney Animation and Disney Branded Television, revealed at a special screening of the new Big City Greens Spacecation movie, "You know, we're in conversations with Alex. He's about to publish a book with Disney on this project, and we also do some shorts, so never say it never." Now, I think the fact that she's kind of talking about this openly, it might be a little bit of just like a softball kind of, well, we're in talks about it, something might happen, something might not, maybe just teasing to see if there's interest to kind of get either side to come to the party and kind of get involved. Still very much just in negotiations, talks kind of things. Nothing might necessarily happen, but I'd love to see them do something with this. I think Disney definitely seem to be wanting to get back in the franchise game, making stuff that's really popular. I definitely feel like Disney is lacking shows which appeal to like 8+ kids. And I think that might be something that could work, and also it'll bring in older audiences as well, which is just as important. But yeah, still very much in the early stages. Nothing might come of this, but it's just nice to hear that this is being talked about. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Would you like to see a continuation of Gravity Falls? Would love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. Now, interestingly enough, during the same event, the same executive also spoke to Laughing Place and revealed that actually there's a spin-off series in place for Big City Greens. Obviously, they just put out the brand new movie on Disney Plus this past Friday. And yeah, apparently she kind of just let it slip that they are working on a spin-off series. No word yet on when it's coming out, who's going to be starring it, you know, what characters it's going to be and stuff. But it again just continues that trend of Disney taking very established franchises that are working, and Big City Greens is doing really good numbers, not just on Disney Channel, but on Disney Plus. And yeah, that's already had 4 seasons, it's now had a spin-off movie, and now it looks like it's getting this spin-off series. Yeah, no word when this might arrive, but I'd love to know, would you like to see a Big City Greens spin-off? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below. Shifting gears now, let's now talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, which is coming up in cinemas in July. Now, Disney has announced a brand new Disney Plus perk. So this is only for subscribers in the United States. You can now log on, and you can, if you're a Disney Plus subscriber, you can enter the sweepstake, and you could get a chance to win a trip to New York City for the premiere in July. You also get like $500 cash. You also get like hotel and transportation and stuff, all it. So it's nice to see Disney doing these kind of things with Disney Plus perks. I think it's a good thing for them to keep doing. I don't think they do enough of these quite yet, but yes, if you're a Disney Plus subscriber in the US, go for it, because you'll find the link for this in the comments below. Moving on from there, let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. The big new release in the United States was the return of Tomorrowland. So this film was originally Disney Plus, then it got taken off, but it couldn't be put on there because of an existing deal with Starz. Now that's kind of over its back. So if you've never seen this movie, I'd definitely give it a go. I did like the little Tomorrowland pin in it and little nods, especially if you like the area at Disneyland, etc. It's cool, the little nods and stuff. George Clooney's in it. I thought it was a fun little movie, but that's the major new release today in the United States. Now, over the weekend, we did have 2 major new releases on Disney Plus. First off, yesterday, we had DIY Donald, which was to celebrate the 90th anniversary of Donald the Duck. So this new short you can watch on YouTube. It also got put on Disney Channel and on Disney Plus. Literally just watched it. A lot of fun, really cool. Nice to see Disney kind of getting back to that classic feel of those kind of 50s, 60s cartoons. You don't get enough of them now. I really liked it. I really wish they'd do more of this kind of stuff. It can't be that expensive to make. I mean, if they were making this stuff back in the 20s and the 30s with hardly any technology, it can't be that hard to make these things. You know, you don't need a lot of voice talent and stuff. I don't know. It's there. Just do these kind of things. Keep Disney fans happy. Go back to a little bit of basics, and hopefully maybe enough people will watch it. They also added some restored versions of 2 classic shorts as well from that time period. So yeah, definitely check that one out. We also got a new episode of Doctor Who. So I watched this one yesterday as well. I enjoyed the episode. It was kind of cool seeing... it was this kind of love story bit going on with Doctor Who and Rogue. And also they were set in I would say Bridgerton era, and they kind of had these weird bird people taking over bodies because they wanted to cosplay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It had the first gay kiss for Doctor Who, but it was a bit this actually happened about 15 years ago with Jack and Christopher Eccleston when he played Doctor Who. So it's this isn't the first time. This happened a decade plus ago. But really nice just to see Doctor Who involved in a bit of a love story, because you don't tend to see that most of the time with Doctor Who. It's usually, the sort of assistants are off doing stuff, and, maybe you kind of always get that feeling Doctor Who was pining over Rose, but never really kind of went to that next stage. But yeah, it was really fun. I think it was one of the best Doctor episodes. Though there's been some really good ones, I think, here and there. A little bit dodgy to start with, but next week is the finale. So I think overall the series has been pretty good. I enjoyed all the special effects, but these bird people, they did look a little bit weird. Some of them didn't quite look just right, but yeah, I enjoyed this episode. It was definitely, I would say it's the middle of the pack for me in terms of if I was to rank the 7 episodes right now, that would be about there. I really liked last week's episode, Dot and Bubble. I also really liked the one with Ruby where she's kind of without the Doctor. I thought that was really good. So overall, I'm enjoying the series, but are you checking out Doctor Who? Love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. In our question of the day, which comes from Sebastian, who says, will they continue to make live action CGI remakes to Disney animated feature films? Another YouTuber replied that they aren't making them anymore, but I don't believe him. So as of right now, Disney's actually got 2 films that they've already got filmed, including Lilo and Stitch and Snow White. They're going to be coming out at some point soon. Snow White is next year, no word yet on Lilo and Stitch. That one could be sent to Disney Plus. It might go to cinemas first. But I wouldn't be at all surprised if they just hold off and see how they do before kind of committing to making any more live action movies. It definitely feels like the buzz and the excitement over these has kind of disappeared a little bit. I do think Disney ran this format into the ground, and audiences are not interested in them in the same way. And I do think Disney needs to pull back a little bit. They have had development going on for a while on a number of other live action versions, Hercules, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Robin Hood. These have all kind of been floating around and in development. But as of yet, nothing seems to have moved on for a long time. And as I said, with those 2 movies coming out, I suspect they will just wait to see. I personally feel like, as I said, they overdid it, and they are looking for, ways to make money. And if these movies are no longer making them money, they're going to move on to something else. But let me know, do you think they're going to continue doing them or not? I'd love to hear your thoughts. As I said, they might not necessarily completely stop, but maybe just slow down a little bit. But let me know what you think of this in the comments below. And if you've got a great question, I'll feature it in tomorrow's video. So make sure you drop that in there as well. Remember to go check us out over at what's on disneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys soon. Laters.